gonna head down now and get dinner here in Suzhou.
KP, Watershed, America's favorite YouTube show.
Alright, walking to dinner now in Suzhou. Now one downside to staying in Nanjing as long as I did was that I really don't have too much time in Suzhou. It was already getting to be dark when I got here, but let's get a quick dinner and then see what we have time for after that. Ni hao from Suzhou. Well, it was just a matter of time. This was bound to happen. I'm lost. So I've broken down motorcycle over there. What had happened was the restaurant I was looking for that I had found on TripAdvisor was closed. I guess they close early, around 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock. I guess 8 o'clock they close. So I had already walked there, so I just went to the place next door where there was absolutely no English whatsoever. It seemed like it was a family-owned restaurant, and no one in the entire family across 3 generations spoke a single word of English. Is that the hotel over there? Jesus. So I don't have self-service, I don't have GPS, but you know, it's a 50-story hotel. You would think you would be able to see it. I think I see it now. I think that's it over there. So I go into the restaurant. Sorry, the camera battery just died, so I had to change the battery. I go into the restaurant. Google Translate has been very spotty throughout this whole trip. It has helped me a few times, especially in restaurants, but depending on whether or not I'm on Wi-Fi, and then even when I'm on Wi-Fi, depending on which Wi-Fi I'm on, it just suddenly decides to stop working. So I had to try to make do with the little bit of Chinese I've picked up over the last few days. It didn't go so well, so they just basically picked for me and made what tasted like General Cho's chicken and broccoli and rice, which was fine with me. And I guess it was safe for them to assume that that's what an American would order. They got a kick out of it. The girl waitress invited her friend over to watch and talk. They called their grandmother down to come check it out, and they offered me a fork, which I accepted and used. But you know, as I was using the fork, as one uses a fork, the grandmother starts really frowning at me, because I guess it's considered rude to poke your food. So I did try to use the chopsticks instead and was able to, and that went all right. So then I leave the place, and I guess I turned in the wrong direction. Didn't realize it. Went to a convenience store to pick up some other things that I'll post in a second, but kept walking and had walked probably half a mile before I realized that I was walking in the wrong direction. So hopefully this building up in front of me is the right one. If not, we'll see what happens next.
I think we make a left at the light.
Alright, well, some unfortunate news. This is totally not the hotel, it's a different hotel. Similar in height, and it's got a neon set of lights like the Marriott does, but it's not a Marriott. So, there is of course always the option of hailing a taxi. You know, I've got the Marriott address written down, so I could show that to them, and then presumably that would work okay. But I've got some time, right? It's not too late. This seems to be a relatively safe area. There's at least people everywhere, so I mean, you would think you'd be able to notice a building that tall. It is kind of foggy and cloudy though.
I think we make a left at the light.
I know the name of the street is like Ganling, and it's in the Suzhou area. I don't know how much that's gonna help. Well, I've got to decide what to do here. Really probably should not just keep walking That's a mistake I've made in the past. That was the mistake in Mexico, was just continuing to walk without getting my bearings first. So let me try to get my bearings. I'll be right back and let you know if that works. It's neither here nor there, but pretty cool building. Some neon lights over there. They're all about the neon lights in Suzhou. Alright, we got a canal over here. Seems like we're heading into more of a downtown area, which might not be a good sign because the Marriott definitely was not downtown. Is this the ESPN club? Looks like ESPN, doesn't it? So maybe they've shut off the lights on the Marriott? Do they do that? They don't turn off the Marriott sign ever though, right? And it's not even that late. Let me zoom out. Oh, that's zooming in. Alright, starting to get a little more nervous because if we're going in the wrong direction, we've been walking probably about half an hour now. Is this a casino over here, maybe? Still nothing looking familiar. It seems to be a more happening part of town. If I knew where I was, this would be a good place to be. But I don't know. Might call it quits and hail a cab. But not yet. Let's keep trying a little more. So everybody seems to be heading in the opposite direction from me, probably to that club, casino type spot. I noticed some signs to streets in English, so I'm gonna try to make the most of that. And it just occurred to me also that I did take a screenshot of a map on my phone earlier. Not a very wide radius, but maybe one of these streets will lead in the right direction. So those are the options. No matches. All right, good news. A sign for Ganjiang Road right over there. That's the right road. So I don't know how far I am from the hotel, but fingers crossed. I was lost, about to get unlost.
I think we make a left at the light.
So the bad news is the left turn did not turn into, Jesus, what was it called again? Ganjiang. Have to assume it's in this direction though. The sign wouldn't be lying, right? I'm not gonna give up yet, although hailing a taxi, I think at this point is on the table. I'm not really seeing many taxis now, but I think this is probably the right direction. A lot of bikes here. I gotta stop recording because I'm about to get hit by a bike. I guess we're about to hit an intersection of Ganjiang, and at that point it becomes a 50-50 chance, right? Alright, hopefully. Hey, back again. Kind of got some good news, bad news. It's been over an hour now. Still not quite Mexico City territory, but you know, not comfortable either. So I can see the Marriott. The bad news is, that's the good news. The bad news, is that it's really far away, clearly. But nothing to do but start walking. I'll check back in maybe when I'm getting close to halfway there, hopefully. Still got a really long way to go. What is kind of reminiscent of Mexico City is that when this is all said and done, I'll have made a gigantic circle once again, and it continues to kind of blow my mind that a person could walk so far in the wrong direction without realizing it. But I guess the good news is that I realized it. Some cool buildings over here and more neon lights. Check those out before we hit the loo again. still walking on Ganjiang, which is a road name I'm having a really difficult time remembering, which is not a good sign. Why is it that walking in the wrong direction always seems to progress much faster than walking in the right direction when you know where you're going, or think you know where you're going? I hope I know where I'm going. I actually can't see the Marriott anymore from where I am now. The view is obstructed by the buildings to my right, but I think it's safe to assume this is the right direction still. That would be really fucked up if after seeing the building I got re-lost. It's been well over an hour now. It's been a while since I've even checked the clock. I really just want to get back now. It's getting pretty late. I'm recording this. I don't even know why. I guess I'll check back in if and when I can see the building again and have a renewed sense of just how far away I am. I think I've got to be close. I've been walking towards the building for, feels like a half an hour now. All right, wish me luck. Hey again. It's been another 20 minutes and I swear I'm not trying to stage drama here, but I can't see the Marriott anymore once again. I don't know if they turned the light out or if it's just blocked by this other building or what, but kind of weird. I'll show you what I'm saying. I mean, it was over here before, right? Gotta just be that it's blocked by this Suzhou estate mansion building. So I'm gonna cross here and hope for the best. I'm gonna stop filming while I cross this intersection. All right, some good news. Can I get a hallelujah? Check it out. There it is. But it still appears to be at least a quarter of a mile away. Ain't nothing to do but keep walking. I really don't understand how it doesn't, except for this one road, it doesn't feel like I've walked on any road for a half a mile, let alone for a mile. It really just doesn't add up to me, but I guess that would explain how I got lost in the first place. As I compare this to the Mexico City experience, I would say I felt more unsafe there in Mexico City. You know, what's helped here is that every area I've walked through has been populated, lit, well, more lit than Mexico City was. The difference here, of course, is that nobody in Suzhou speaks English, it seems like. I mean, nobody. Suzhou is downright Chinese. More so than Hangzhou, definitely more so than Nanjing. I mean, there's very little English spoken here, very few street signs that have English characters, even. Listen, I gotta stop filming because I still have, it's like I'm making no progress. It's like the Marriott's moving away from me as I'm walking towards it. That's really what it feels like right now. I'll check back when I'm like a stone's throw away from it, because I'm starting to get pissed off about the lack of progress and tired. And the Pepsi I bought is getting warm. Let's just get this over with already. I don't know. So once again, have lost visibility to the building. Here's what I'm seeing. Presumably it's just gonna show up on my right before too long, hopefully. I really don't understand what happened at all, because to get to the restaurant I took 2 lefts and it was a 5-minute walk, if that. And then heading back I took 2 rights, at least initially. And Oh, here's that music store. Alright. Again, it just... I don't have my bearings at all. I don't... Alright. Walking back into the entrance of the hotel now. I can see it up there. Can you see it? Can you see it? I definitely still don't have my bearings, and I still don't understand what exactly happened, but I guess I'd rather have balls than bearings, right? Alright. Heading in now. It doesn't make sense to me. I really have no clue where even I just was. Alright. Well, this has been another Getting Lost video. I guess I should be glad that they always seem to end in the same way. I'll see you back up in the room.
It's KP Watershed.